welcome to the show. Good evening. It is our second day on Carnival Celebration Part 2. This is like deja vu, isn't it?
A little bit.
We were just here. And so hopefully y'all are actually seeing this. We are trying to be live right now, but internet's a little bit sketchy right now.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very smooth the first time we were on the ship, but it seems that it's a little bit hit or miss right now.
Well, I think there's more people on the ship, so probably more people utilizing it. And I
don't know. It could also be area. We're having to stream in areas we didn't before.
That's true too.
Last time we had a balcony cabin, and so we did several of the nights streaming right from our cabin. There was a couch, there was some place to sit, some place to put the computer, the camera, and all that stuff. We're in an inside cabin now. We're going to show you some cabin views that we got. But there's really no place for two people to sit.
No sofa.
And prop a camera and all that stuff. If it was just me, I could finagle it and make it work. But with two of us, so we're struggling to find places that are quiet. There's not a lot of quiet on this ship. There's a few places outside, but it is actually raining right now. So hey guys,
how you doing?
We're doing good. People saw us. We've been stopped by so many people on this cruise. It's been kind of a thing. So anyway, what we wanted to share with you before we get into the cabins is we have something new for you guys. Brand spanking new, hot off the presses. It's not done, but I can't wait. I just can't wait. I want to show you now. So, without further ado, roll the intro.
Torments RV and cruise reviews.
We got a new intro. Woohoo! And a theme song.
I know, right?
Right? What do y'all think of that? Thumbs up? You like it? Do you like it? Leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, let us know what you think of the intro.
Yeah.
Again, it's not done. A little tweaking still to do with it, but we're that close. But we wanted to sort of, we thought we'd have it done during this cruise. It will be just after. But it's close enough that we could share it with y'all. So anyway, so there again, everybody, well, there's a thumbs up. Thank you. You like it. Woohoo, we love that. Instant gratification.
I know.
Right?
I love it.
So, and two.
Yay.
We get two thumbs up. Oh, yeah, right away.
Thanks, you guys.
So, one of the things that we didn't get to do during our last cruise is see a lot of cabins. We did show everybody ours, which was an extended balcony. Hey, David. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Yeah, we're working hard on that. We're gonna put a little tag on it and a little thing, and it's good. It's gonna be great. Ding ding.
Yay!
Anyway, we during our first cruise we were able to show an extended balcony and a cove balcony, and that's all we got to show you guys while we were on the cruise. We tried to get on this ship as early as possible, try to get special permission. That didn't happen. That might be a video in and itself. We could talk about that later. But we snuck on, got behind the doors where you're not supposed to be, and tried to get into some cabins. We were trying to do it live, if any of you are watching that stream, but the problem is we weren't signed in to the ship Wi-Fi. We were still on just regular cell Wi-Fi. And the minute you get interior into the ship, your cell signal's gone. And so the stream stopped right as we were getting to the first cabin. So we shot some video. We're going to show you that video now. Now, first, before I play, I have to apologize. We haven't had a lot of time to set this up. So there's going to be a couple glitches as we go of pulling videos in and out. And I apologize up front. So here is the first... Oh, that's not going to work very well, is it? Here is the first video now. All right, so we're just going to record this and broadcast later, I guess. This is a suite, okay? There's me talking behind the scenes, but you really can't hear it. So this was on deck 14, rear. It's a rear-facing suite. I think it's an LS or an LF or something like that.
I believe it's an LS, and I'm going to double check
LS.
on that. It is
14.
LS XL Aft Suite.
LS.
Okay. It's an XS XL corner aft suite.
Yes.
LS. Full
wrap
wraparound deck. Right?
Beautiful.
It was actually very spacious.
Yeah.
Very nice, right? It had a separate separate bedroom from the living room and stuff. We're just going to let this roll. I can't remember what else we saw. It's a fairly short clip. But what we did, we had written down a bunch of suites and rooms that we wanted to look at on this deck. And we just literally ran from suite to suite to suite, or room to room to room, cabin to cabin, whatever, if you will, trying to get in. Unfortunately, all the suites were already locked. Even the one that we got into was locked. But
We finagled our way in.
yeah, you may see some of that finagling here on the camera in a minute. So we're just running up and down deck 14. We're trying to go midship. We wanted to show you some of the suites that were midship.
Embark Day.
I'm pretty sure. In fact, you know what, Lisa?
We were looking for a category OT for Ocean Suite.
This is
We were looking for an OT,
Carnival
yeah.
Celebration Take
I don't
2.
think we actually got into any cabins, did we?
No.
Oh, you know what? Didn't we look at one of the...
We looked at a different interior, but it wasn't on this video clip. It was a separate video clip.
Yeah, I'm just going to sort of fast forward for you guys. I don't want to bore you of just sitting here watching us walk around with nothing going on, with no payoff at the end, because I honestly don't think we were able to get into any of the other cabins we tried to get into.
Yeah, we were not.
Oh, that's how we were doing it. We were trying to use their keys. I'm crafty. Oh yeah, this is great. We took a wrong turn, and now we're in the wrong part of the ship. I'm like, let's just go. So, if you've never seen what it looks like behind the doors, that's what it looks like behind the doors. Not as pretty as our areas. And then, oops, you're busted. Ow.
Okay.
All right. So,
Say 280.
Yeah, we were in.
okay. So we did not get into any of the other cabins there. So we apologize for that. But we did get to show you one suite. So let's get on to the next cabin clip. I think this is an interior. Is this ours?
That is.
Oh yeah, this is our
ours.
cabin.
You guys.
Inside.
Inside cabin, which you have not seen yet. So this is our cabin for this cruise. This is a standard inside cabin. Right? You can see from the cabins that we did on our first cruise, we did an extended balcony, and we did
I'm not sure if you're hearing me
a
talk.
cove balcony that the decor is basically the same. Right? It just is a little bit smaller, right? We don't have a sofa, no balcony, but we still have that nice big mirror, right? Nice countertop there,
Hey John, thanks buddy.
there.
Yes, thank
Lisa
you.
right there, right? And then we've got, remember the cabinets, right? These shelves can go up and down, so you can adjust your shelving the way that you want to have it, right? And then here's the bathroom, which honestly is identical to the other one.
Just in
Hey,
reverse.
everybody.
Yep.
So for anyone doing an inside cabin, we're at least able to show you that. So you see an extended balcony, cove balcony, rear-facing suite, an LF category? LS category. And now an inside cabin. So we've gotten, a bunch for you guys, and we're going to try to get more. We'll try to see if we can get all different. I'd like to get into the Havana suites. So until we see y'all later, ciao.
All right, so that's actually our cabin. We're doing an inside cabin. Really do like balconies. We've always preferred balconies, but we want to cruise some more, so maybe that's a trade-off. that we do is we'll take an inside, which is far less expensive, so we can do some more cruises. And
We on?
okay, so we're still here. If there's a glitch or two as we keep going, I apologize. The internet's been a little shaky. It's been a little shaky. So I think you guys saw all of the inside cabin, which is our cabin, but there's a different type of inside cabin. We're going to show you that. We think it's more spacious.
Yeah, really like the setup.
Come on, cabin number 3, get in there. Okay, come on now. Stop being so difficult. Sorry, like I said, not set up. There we go.
And by the way, here's a different kind of inside cabin. Instead of long and thin, it's actually much wider, right? So you have sort of an L countertop, all the same amenities.
We'll move us up there for
It's
you
just
guys.
laid out different. Your closet's back there in the back instead of by the door. Bathroom's exactly the same as the other inside cabin. But, yeah. So there's sort of a different inside cabin. It may actually be a little bit more spacious. I don't know. What do y'all think?
All right, so if y'all are still there, which I believe you are, we're on again. What is your opinion? Do you think the standard inside cabin is nicer to you, or the one that we just showed? Again, it's squattier, but it's wider.
I like the setup.
I do too.
Yeah.
It feels bigger.
It does.
My guess is it's the same square footage, but I think it just feels different. If you're watching, if we cut out, the internet's kind of sketchy right now. We will be back. It's going to come right back. Don't go anywhere. So if we just drop out, we apologize. Okay. So we've covered a couple balconies, a couple inside. We might try to get an ocean view while we're on board here, and we got the suite.
Yes.
So we've covered some, not every. We're going to continue to work on this for you guys, right?
Yes, we
and
are.
see if we can get somebody's attention. Give me attention. All right. So in the thumbnail, I wanted to do a recap. We promised you a stream last night, and I passed out. I was exhausted. So we want to do a recap of the Embark process. Okay? For anybody that is going to be coming on this ship, at least in the very near future, the port of Miami, from a traffic standpoint, is an absolute disaster.
Yes.
There's construction going on. There's things happening, and the flow was a nightmare. I tried to shoot some video from the ship after the fact to show you kind of what is going on, what happened, so hopefully you guys don't fall into the same problem we did. So I'm gonna play the video. It's pretty quick, and hopefully the audio on it is good enough for you to hear me talking. Here you go.
All right. I'm going to do my best to explain to you what happened. Okay? The Port of Miami is huge. Right there is where the tunnel comes out. It then took us all the way down there, and it was, 3 or 4 lanes. We got all the way down there. It then went down to 1 lane, so everybody was trying to get into 1 lane. And we had to do a U-turn. And we come back up this way here. Back up here. And then right on the other side of that sort of half-moon tent, there was a turn. By the way, it went back from 1 lane, back to 3 or 4 lanes, back to 1 lane. So anyway, we get to this tent, and we turned to go back into the port. Well, that's where the dead end was. And there was no one there stopping anybody. There was no barricades, it was a mess. The only barricade was at the end of the road where we could have gone straight, but they wouldn't let us go straight. So we had to turn around and come back, which brought us all the way down here, up over the bridge, over here, down to about, somewhere around, over the bridge, sorry, and then right there. And then we turned left, went all the way down there, came around this side, and then all the way back up here to drop off. That took 40 minutes. Now when I was done dropping off everybody, I had to go back this way
and then back up over the bridge, back all the way where I came from, all the way down to that second parking structure way down there. And by the way, there was very little signage to tell you which way to go. It was very confusing, I'm not gonna lie to you. So anyway, back to that second parking structure, then turn around and come back to this parking structure, which is the parking structure second closest. There's one here, but I believe that's more for Virgin now. I'm not sure Carnival can park there. I don't know, but I didn't want to trust it, so I parked all the way down there and then walked all the way back up here, which is not too big of a deal. So if you're coming to the Port of Miami and you take the tunnel in on Sunday, make sure you leave yourself plenty of time or you're going to be really frustrated. All right. I'll just try to clarify because I know it was a little confusing with my finger in the way, and I apologize. Just imagine a queue line. We came in from the tunnel. We went all the way straight. And it was 4 lanes. Went down to 1 lane. We had to do a U-turn. Came back sort of the way that we came in. The problem is, as you're going that way, you have an opportunity to make a right, to sort of take a detour. Do not take that right.
And there's even a sign there that says cars and points that direction.
Yeah. So,
or at least when we were there.
Yeah, and what happened was when I told you we had to turn around, it wasn't wide enough to do just a turn. It had to be a 3-point turn. So now you've got 100. I don't know how many cars it was. It was a lot.
A bunch of cars.
And everybody has to do 3-point turns to leave. It was a cluster. I'm surprised the shooting didn't start happening. Cars start crunching into one another. I'm really. It was a mess.
It really was.
Now,
a mess.
mind you, people are still coming in, so we're all trying to go, this way. Cars are still coming in this. It was not good. So anyway, so we go down, turn around from 4 lanes to 1 lane, come back, and then turn around again, back into 1 lane, come around again, and then one more time, and we're finally now on the road that parallels where all the terminals are. Okay? So from the time we got to the port to the time I got to drop them off with the luggage, it was 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. So now I had to go park the car. And so I basically had to do half of what I just described to you to get back to the parking structure to park. It took me another half an hour to park the car and then walk back to get with Lisa and Alyssa and Blake and Tyler.
Yep.
Right? So from the time we physically got on port soil until the minute I was done with transportation, it was an hour and 10 minutes.
Yes, it was a long time.
Okay, so Port of Miami, a little bit of a mess. Leave yourself some time. Bring your patience.
And hopefully the construction will be over soon so nobody else has to go through that, because that was a disaster.
Yeah. You need better signage, Miami.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, that would have been a huge help. That really would have. But the thing with the merging, going from 4 lanes down to 1 and then expanding, and it was crazy.
Then there was a fuel truck, like one of the fuel tankers that just decided to stop off on the right side, put his hazards on, waiting for his turn somewhere, I guess. But that then created a 3-lane to 1 lane because of how it was, even though,
Yeah.
Port of Miami, not fun.
Not
so
fun.
just again, take deep breaths. You know you're going to deal with it when you get there. Leave plenty of time, and just go with it. Okay, you'll be fine. All
Yes.
right? And you heard that here. All right. So we talked about the cabins that we saw. We recapped the departure, getting to the port. The Embark process. Once we got out of the car and we got together, getting into the terminal, getting through the terminal, getting onto the ship. You all saw that live in our stream from yesterday during the day. That was very, very smooth. Carnival, that was great. Great job, Carnival. They obviously have no control over port authority, if you will.
Correct.
But once you got to the terminal, processing through was very, very quick. Oh, thanks, Fafita. How you doing, hon?
Thank you.
We've missed you. Yeah, isn't that intro? You know, it's okay. We're gonna play it again. I love it. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I just love that. Hey,
Can't
Cherie.
help ourselves.
How you doing, love?
Hi.
How you tonight? Yeah. We actually there's vocals for like the entire thing. I mean, it was literally a theme song now for the channel, but we thought that was a little much, so we're just gonna keep the lyrics to the very end. We can't wait 13 more days. I know.
Oh, yay! That's
I know.
exciting.
Yeah. So okay. So we got cabins. We got Embark. Again, very smooth. So you'll be good to go. Once you get to the ship, I will say this. So remember, we were just on here for 14 days. There was, I don't know, 4,200 something ish like that on that cruise. This one completely different. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Love it. Thumbs up. We love that review too. Completely different experience this time.
Yeah.
There are about 5,300 people here. They still have some work to do. We'll just say that. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to be staying a couple of nights in Miami before we sail, so hanging out to the cruise. Awesome. Good Lord. Ross, you're killing me. We're going to come hang out with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Loft. Now, for any of you watching and looking at the deck plans, up on deck 19, actually, there's a deck 19. It's a very special, very special deck. Give me a second. Time for a drink. They're private cabanas. I forget how many he said there are. They are not many. They are for rent. You can rent them by the day, or you can rent them for the entire time. You're looking at $1,700 to rent the cabana for the whole time. It's for a total of 5 people only. Incredibly private, secured, and hands-on service. So if that's something you're into, I shot some video of that for you guys. 3 quick videos. Here you go. Oh, that didn't work. Hang on. 3 quick videos if I figure out what I'm doing. Here you go. That's how you come in. Okay. There's a private spa and a little pool up there. And there are just not that many. That was the first video. Here's the second one.
What a great view from there.
I know, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Beautiful sunset. That's overlooking the Serenity deck in deck 17. The private spa is dead ahead right there. That's private spa for the Loft people. Okay? So that was the second little clip I shot. And there's the third one. And so they're really pretty. They're really private. Champagne service. I mean, they really do it up nice. So if you're good with the $1,750,
or it's $500.
$500
per
a day, or $1,750 if you want to do it for the whole 7 days.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you get the same cabana every time. Okay. So we wanted to show those the last cruise, but the guy wouldn't let us up there. But I snuck in this time.
You're good at that.
we got ourselves into a suite where that was locked. We like to have some fun. Okay, so the other thing that we wanted to share with you, we had a great time with some of the Tall Man Clan subscribers that came to the meet and greet today.
Yes, we did.
We meet them all over the ship. I didn't, realize everyone on the ship has watched our videos. It's been crazy. Not everyone, but everybody's like, "Hey, Tall Man, hey, Tall Man." It's been kind of fun, and we sit down and we chat with everybody. So if we are on a cruise that you see us, say hello.
Hey.
Yeah, we're friendly people. We'll sit down and have a chat with you. It's all good, right? Anyway, we wanted to give you a dinner update, staffing, right? So, food. Food's about the same. Bacon tastes better.
I think the quality has gone up. The temperature.
You think it has?
I think the temperature is better on the buffets.
Yeah.
Bacon's better.
Yeah, the bacon tastes like bacon.
It's not jerky.
Go figure. We had dinner last night, and still the service in the main dining festival. Yeah, I don't know. If we had bad dinner karma or what? It was crazy. And I mean, you can. This is ultimately why I turned the camera on the other night when we were eating, like the last night of the cruise.
Just
I'm
to
like,
watch and see if it
I can't make
happened.
this stuff up. Last night we sit down,
And that was our best service, too.
and it was the best service. Bastards. They probably knew they were on camera. Like, oh, we better do good this time. So last night we sit down, and it was 4 of us plus my grandson, right? And we sit down. We ordered right away. And then about 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, somewhere in that area, they sat at a table right next to us. Okay? So, pause on what happened to us. We'll talk about the table next to us. So, they order, they get some bread, they get their drinks, they get their hors d'oeuvres, they get their dinner, they get their dessert, they leave. They clean the table. And they now reseat someone else. We still hadn't gotten our dinner yet.
We had bread.
We'd each had bread and 1 appetizer.
I tried that with a 2.5-year-old. So he had bread for dinner.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they had their whole meal, left. They cleaned up, resat the table, and we still hadn't had our meal. So I'm like, I don't. Again, I try desperately not to make it sound like a complaint. We're going to have a great time. It's all good. All right, we just got up and left and went somewhere and had a snack. It's okay. It just, there's some expectations. During our meet and greet today, we talked a lot about expectations. And I don't think we'll do it in a stream, but I might just do a video about cruising post-pandemic and expectations.
Yes. Things have changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
I think so. At least for where we're sitting right now.
Yes.
So, are we going to have a good time? Like I said, yes.
Absolutely.
It's all good. But if you're an experienced cruiser, you've been on Carnival before, or any other cruise line for that matter, you may have to lower the bar a little bit. You may have to do that, or find yourself constantly frustrated. So we just lowered the bar and go with the flow. Tonight for dinner, again, I went up to the Lido to get bread and something for Blake that the people couldn't/wouldn't, if you will, get for him. Well, one of the things was bread, giving us bread tonight.
And I even asked the waiter, were we going to get bread? And
he had a
basket with him.
Of bread?
And said yes, mumbled something else, and left with the bread, but didn't
bread.
leave any with us.
So
never got bread, so he went up.
Yeah, so I went up to Lido,
upstairs and
grabbed
got
a
bread.
bowl full of bread and what Blake was looking for, and brought it back down.
I will say, though, that they served Blake first. So he
And
got
instantly. I mean,
immediately.
Yeah,
so
he did have this food
was
pretty
taken
quick.
care of.
Which was
so
fine.
I'm very grateful for that. The rest of us, well, not so much, but he was full and he was happy, so we were
For
good.
parents that are watching, right? Especially for young ones, right? You know,
Yes.
formal-ish kind of dinners. It's rough with some, children, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Because they can't sit still that long, and they just want to go and play and do whatever. And so it was great that the servers at least recognized that.
Yes.
Brought the child's food quickly. And then what we should have done as parents, grandparents, is say, okay, great, let's now take him down to
The kids' area.
Camp Ocean or whatever, right? So he can go burn off that energy, right? When you say bacon, it's American Canadian. American Canadian, their bacon is it's not a cruise. American style bacon, Ross. So long strips,
Long
right?
strips and crispy, preferably.
Yeah, or at least not jerky.
It's just not jerky.
That's what we're talking about.
Just not jerky.
So the bacon was pretty good this time. But yeah, so when he was done eating, instead of trying to keep him now entertained while we wait for our stuff to come, his parents should have taken him down to the Camp Ocean, right?
So we'll probably keep that in mind for the future
Yeah.
meals.
But We were full. We actually ate in cucina tonight.
Yeah.
Very
good food.
It was formal night. We didn't go. They call it
Cruise Elegant.
Cruise Elegant, aka formal night. We didn't do the tux tonight. We're going to do that on the last night. All tuxed up, so you get to see that red dress again, everybody. My favorite dress. And I'll have on the bow tie. And anyway, and so there you go. So that's sort of just a brief recap of yesterday and today. They're playing Celestial Strings tonight. I thought about recording it for you guys because I did catch the other couple shows, but I know there's some versions of Celestial Strings on YouTube already. You can go watch those. It's a good show. So
it is a good show. We enjoyed it.
So anybody who's out there, there's 14 of you watching. Thank you so much
Yes.
for the moment. 14 of you that are there, we appreciate you. Any questions that we can answer you while we're here with you. This is part of the reasons why we do the live reviews, is that, or live streams, I should say, is that you get to have your questions answered immediately. Someone was asking, I forget who it was. Someone was asking about Cucina on Embarkation Day. Is it open for lunch? It is not. It is not. I answered that comment in the video, but we were going to talk about it last night. But here we are, streaming live. So that restaurant is not open when you first board the ship. It is closed. Okay. Part of the reason is it's a muster station, and so there's just a lot of activity going on there. So there's just no service in there. Speaking of which, let's talk about that.
Thank you.
Muster. So there's no muster station drill the way that it used to be. Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe one of the positives.
I think
post
so.
restart.
I think so.
So we did a video during the last cruise about the app. You absolutely. I swear, you're going to live and die by the app on the ship. I hate to say it, but
you will.
The app, right? So there's the app. So when you get to the ship, this is how the lifeboat drill is now done. Can you wear dress jeans to the main dining room? Yes, Ross, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And there's, for instance, we met a gentleman today at the meet and greet. His name's Phil. Hey, Phil, if you're watching the replay, hey, buddy. He sent his clothes to, here on the ship to be laundered and pressed and this one. And they didn't get them back. He's only got shorts. They're going to let him in the dining room. They're going to cut him some slack. Mm-hmm. I get that. But he at least was wearing a nice polo and things. So jeans are definitely acceptable in the dining room. Not supposed to be acceptable for formal or elegant night, but I promise you it's happening. Okay? Maybe that's one of our pet peeves, if it doesn't take a lot to dress just a little bit. I mean, just a little bit, not everybody has a tux. That's great. So I've got, it's hard to see, but, I'm just wearing a nice dress shirt. I got a pair of black pants and a belt. Lisa's just wearing a nice little sort of cocktail-y type dress, right? But it's elegant night. It's just, a little effort, people.
Just a little
bit effort, okay? And I don't think we're snobby and all that stuff, and we understand, but,
gym shorts and, that's,
yeah,
come on,
showing up with your
flip-flops.
Crocs and, gym shorts and, I don't know. You're not supposed to. So here's how I feel. I don't blame any of you people out there at all whatsoever, right? I blame the cruise line. They set up their rules and guidelines. They're not enforcing them. If they enforced them, then us as passengers would understand, oh, okay, well, we have to. They're not going to let us get away with it. But when you let someone get away with it, you've created a standard, if you will, and it just now happens all the time. Yeah. And so those coming on board that are doing that, they don't know any better because they just see other people doing it.
And the main buffet is open for dinner, and I've always felt that, if you're not going to dress, or if you don't want to dress, then, you can go up and have a decent meal in the buffet.
Yeah, buffet or even, Emeralds or the pizza or the deli or
the big chicken.
Big chicken.
There's a lot of great
there's
dining
a lot of
options. A lot
right?
of great dining options.
Right. So anyway, we didn't mean to get off subject because I don't even know what we were talking about. I just
peeves.
squirrel. That's for you, Mike. Squirrel. What were we talking about before we got into that?
Oh my goodness.
It's gone.
Yeah, totally. I think it was Ross asking about wearing jeans.
No, it was. We were talking about something before Ross asked about the jeans.
Oh.
Remind me, what were we talking about, guys? We're on vacation. The mind's gone. It stayed at home.
And I have memory issues anyway, so.
What? Who are you? God, I don't. I literally, I can't remember what it was. We asked people if they had questions. We did that. Oh, you know what? Why we were streaming. That was something we were talking about. Thanks for answering the question about the Italian restaurant on. Okay, it was you, John. That's right. Thank you, John.
Welcome.
Somebody asked us today in a comment about the width of a door at a specific cabin. We brought a tape measure with us.
We did, so we'll have that for you later.
We will go measure your cabin door for you. And maybe a couple others just for fun. Why? Because,
Because we brought a tape measure.
we brought
Why
a tape
not?
measure. Let's use it. The things we do for our subscribers. Subscribers, right? Right? Subscribers. Where's? I know there's something in here that says that somewhere, right? Oh, there it is. Here, hang on. There we go. There you go. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps out the channel a lot. It really does.
It does.
If you like our silly humor and our cool new intro, if you haven't seen the cool new intro,
Here it is. You stopped at Mustard Station.
yes. Mustard.
That was a typo.
Torments of me and cruise reviews.
I'm sorry. We just can't get enough of that. Muster station. Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So there's no muster drill the way that it used to be. Basically, you have a muster station as always. And so what you do, you walk down there, you check in. There is somebody there with a little, iPad thingy, and they check your name off that you've shown up. Then there's a second person there with a life vest, and they give you this 60-second, okay, it goes on, you put the thing around here and click to the front, tie up the loose end, you're going to have a light and a whistle, and they're going to be here at your muster station. Do not go back to your room. Questions? That, my friends, is the new muster station drill for Carnival. So there's no more gathering anywhere, sitting there for 30 minutes. None of that has to happen. Now, as a side note, everyone is required to do that.
Yes.
Please, if you do not do that, there's a couple of things that may happen. One, they can and potentially delay departure because it cannot be signed off for by the Coast Guard that everyone's gone through it, right? Which could hold up the ship for the other 5-something thousand passengers on board. So please, thanks, Ross. Should we play it again? I think it was the third time we played the intro.
Yes.
Maybe we'll play the intro for the outro. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, so please, just it takes, other than the time it takes to get there from wherever you happen to be, it's no more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Show in, give them your cabin number. You're gonna walk over to the next person. They're gonna show you how to put that life vest on. Secure whistle, light if it hits the water. Go. That's as quick as it is. Here's the second thing, and I forget who it was that was telling us. It was one of the crew or something. They will actually tag your account that you didn't show up to the drill, and there's some kind of penalties.
They cut off your sale and sign account.
Yes.
So you can't basically buy anything.
Or do anything.
Or do anything.
Yeah. So, for gosh sakes.
Just do it.
Nobody wants to go back to sitting in these, spots for half an hour while they go through the whole thing.
Right.
So check in and be done. Now, prior to sailing, they're gonna sort of go through the entire process, but you don't have to be anywhere. You just do your normal thing. You'll hear it over the intercom. They're going to blow the horn. This is what it sounds like, and they're going to do the call, and this is what you do. But you're at the bar drinking. You're at the pool swimming.
You're in your room unpacking if your suitcases have been brought in.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and you can hear it.
But as far as let's go down to this location and sit there for 30 minutes and wait for done. Check in, learn how to put on the life vest, leave, and you're finished. So we love that.
Yeah.
So
totally
that is a great improvement of that process. Mm-hmm. I thought for a while they would go to like a video. Actually, there is a little video that can play on there when you first check in and stuff. Okay. You know what? There is one other thing that I thought to talk to you guys about. And this is in regards to the app. Okay. We did a whole video on it, but there's something that I left out. Hang on. I'm making notes on how many ships will be in port on the 11th. It's 7 or 8. I mean, if that is a Sunday, they're all there. There's like 2 Royals, there's 2 Carnivals, there's Virgin, there's
Holland.
A Holland, there's an NCL, and there's
a lot of ships.
Yeah, this ship holds 6,000 people. The NCL holds 5,000-6,000 people. It's the new one, I think, the Encore.
Encore, yeah.
One of the Royals is one of their big ones. I didn't get to see which one it is, but again, that's another 5,000-6,000 passengers. I mean, there's got to be 30,000-40,000 passengers all trying to get there,
yes.
Whether it's car, bus, mini, this, that, or whatever.
All being merged into one lane of traffic.
Correct. I will also add this: if you're trying to get there really early, don't do that either. Okay, because you're going to catch double traffic, meaning, hey, Delphine? Hey, Delphine, how are you, hon? Welcome to the stream. If you get there too early, you're still going to catch people leaving as well as people coming. And so you end up with double the traffic. Honestly, I would think, like, if you're really early people, maybe you have suites, early embarkation credentials and stuff, I think, like, 10:30. Like, really, that is a sweet spot. We got there at 11:15, and it was a melee everywhere. It just was not good. So, not too early, or roll up there at 3:30 in the afternoon. Right? When I went up to film the video, I don't know if you could tell from the clip that I played, but there was no traffic. It was all gone. Right? But the ship was still there. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So roll up at 3:30, right? Especially if you're getting dropped off by somebody. Drop you off. You'll be done. No traffic. Okay? So, anyway.
Once again, we got off track. You were talking about something and I don't remember what.
Squirrel!
Shiny.
It's shiny. Y'all stop doing that to me.
Yeah, we're going to need some reminding again.
It's live. What are you going to do? That's why you all watch. Oh, we were talking about subscribing and stuff, too. If you've joined in our stuff for the first time, subscribing, it helps the channel out a lot, right? It tells YouTube that you like the channel. If you're watching a video and you hit the thumbs up, it tells YouTube that you like the video. And then YouTube will show that thumbnail to other potential people who might like to watch it. And that's how our channel grows, right? We have regular jobs. YouTube isn't paying us to make these videos. We're not independently wealthy. We go out and work a 9 to 5 like everybody else. It's more like 9 to 9 most days. But
yeah.
We're on the road 10 months out of the year. You can watch some of our other videos where we talk about our life. But yeah, please become part of the Tall Man Clan. We would really appreciate it if you haven't subscribed already. We'd love to have you as part of the family. We're kind of like this all the time. We're just happy-go-lucky, easy people. If you do meet us on a cruise ship, I'll catch some of these people and video them that we've been hanging out with. This is just how we are. It's not an act. It's not a bit. We don't turn things on. We are this stupid all the time. Oh, this is what I had played. This is what I played. Anyway, we just have some fun. All right. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Matt, welcome to the stream, buddy. I have a 10:30 for Embarkation this Sunday. Oh, so you're coming on the next one. Yeah, so
we'll wave at you as we leave.
If you're 10 o'clock. When you get there at 10, just again, there's a lot of leaving. There's not as much coming at 10, but there will be a little bit of this. So just deep breath when you show up to the port. Like I said, we got there at 11:15, and it was just, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. These ships hold a lot of people, so there's a lot more people showing up. So Matt, you should be pretty good, I would think, if you're arriving there around 10. If you're driving, maybe get there at 9:45, right? Drop your bags off, go park the car. By the time you walk back and all that stuff, it'll be 10:15-ish.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, as I mentioned, going through the door, once you're in the building, man, it really was fast.
Yeah.
There was a long queue line, but with very few people in it. Went right up to the front, checked us in, took our little pictures, did what we do, and then zoop, up the escalator. Again, we streamed from that point, so you can see that whole process. It goes really fast. So, all right. So, all right, well, I guess we'll call it quits. We thank you all for joining us tonight, on the show. I'm not sure if we'll stream tomorrow night or not. We're in port for the next 3 days, and so we may have some fun with the family. We may stream or not. We'll put it up if we do. We'd love to have you. If something fun has happened, of course, we'll share it with you. And if not, of course, we'll do a full wrap-up of the second cruise after to let you know ultimately how we feel, what improvements have been made quickly.
Yes.
Meaning over the course of the 2 weeks we've... Actually, it's just been 1 week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because we were on the ship for 2 weeks. We left for a week, and then we came back. So, and according to the crew, they're actually looking at this cruise, by the way, the one that we're on right now, really as their first full real cruise. Right? Think about it. The first cruise coming over from London was 14 days, and it was really a break-in. No one had ever been on the ship before. I mean, obviously from a guest standpoint, right? And so it was really a shakedown cruise. It's kind of like when you buy an RV, right? We review RVs. First time you buy an RV, don't take it out on vacation. Go take it somewhere for 2 days. You got to shake it down. You're going to find some problems, right?
Get them all fixed.
Trust me, there were problems. We talked about them. I mean, the elevators were constantly stopping. I mean, there was some stuff, right? Hang on a couple. Sue is wanting to know about shopping as she likes to get a few dresses for the cruise. Where does Lisa get her dresses from? She loves the dress barn stores in America, but they're closed now. Yeah, they are. Awesome show. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Cherie.
Most of my dresses have come from Dillard's.
Yeah. We have a Dillard's outlet right by our house. So these are things that didn't sell well, or odd sizes, or and so they're like 70, 80, 90%. Like her red dress, I think the one that everybody loves, I think we got that for like $20 or something.
I think it was 30, but
30?
Still, yeah.
It's like a $300 dress.
Yeah.
Dillard's.
Yeah, Dillard's outlet.
So Ross, when you come over here, come to Orlando.
We'll go shopping.
We'll go shopping at the Dillard's. Okay? First dress is for her, though. She dressed anyway. All right. And you're selling March 5th.
Cherie.
Yep. Okay, John. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So they're gonna have gone through a whole segment, right? So again, back to the 14 days. So that was just a shakedown. Literally, what doesn't work? Let's fix it. Because there was a lot of mechanics that were on board the ship.
Yeah.
People just fixing things. I love Dillard's.
Right? They have some great stuff.
So then the next cruise, which was the one last week, was sort of the second inaugural, but the ship had been named and the Godmother and all that stuff. But it was a short cruise.
Yeah.
Because
6 days instead of the normal 7.
7 and or 8, right? Mm-hmm. And so this week that we're on now is how the crew is actually looking at it as their number one first schedule day in and day out cruise, right? So the first 7 and how it's going to go. And so we've seen some improvements. We've seen some lack of improvements. And so we'll do a full wrap-up when this is done. And we're going to be back on in mid-April, the same ship for the 3rd time.
So we can do another follow-up.
Oh. We normally will cruise like other ships. We just don't do one
we really
cruise
do.
Ship. But holy crap. 3 cruises, all the same ship. Yeah. So it'll still be Celebration Carnival Live in April. We're going to be on April 23rd. So those watching who are going on the 23rd of April, say hello while you're here. If you're watching this video between now and then, yeah, maybe we have another meet and greet.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So I think it's time to go do some. The girls can go shopping. We'll look for cars.
Oh, there you
I'm a
go.
car painter, and I paint a lot of American cars. It's my thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like it.
I got a nice big black truck that could use a paint job. Maybe.
I don't think we're going to be shopping that long.
Dang.
Just saying.
Oh, excellent. So you're going to be with us. Awesome. So, yeah,
Oh,
we'll see you on the
nice.
23rd. Yeah.
If you see us, please make sure you wave, say hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we seem to be everywhere. It's like we see a lot of the same people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We're on board this ship again with Jay from Ship's Life. He's here. I swear every hour and a half we run into the man. We don't try to. We're walking. We see him on the stairs.
People
We
are
go
gonna
down to get
start
pizza.
talking.
He's there. It's funny. I know. Oh my gosh, Tony from La Lido Loca is on the ship. I actually haven't seen him yet, so I know he's on board somewhere. We'll say hello as soon as we see him. I haven't run into him yet, so I don't know if he's hibernating or he is walking the same circuit we're walking, but behind us by
30-minute
Yeah.
cycles.
All right, I think we've done enough damage tonight, guys. All right, thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate you. All right, until we see you all again, whenever that is. Be safe.